This is ANN News Brief.
Barely a week after the United Nations Special Rapporteur Clement Vol delivered a damning report on Zimbabwe's human rights record, President Emmerson Mnangagwa has launched a special team to look into the violence that has rocked the country since last year. The Interministerial Task Force will also look into the political, electoral, legislative and administrative issues raised by last year's electoral observer missions. 6 civilians were gunned down by the military in August last year after protests broke out against the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission's late announcement of presidential results. 17 more civilians were killed by the army in January during a 3-day national shutdown triggered by a 150% fuel hike. These have made it very difficult for Mnangagwa to quote the West for much-needed foreign direct investment, the absence of which has further weakened the already poor economy. America and European states have demanded tangible reforms before they would re-engage with Harare. Scores of senior doctors in Zimbabwe's public hospitals have threatened to join hundreds of their junior counterparts in a strike starting on Thursday if the government fails to meet their demand for better salaries and working conditions. The junior doctors have been on strike since early September for the same reasons. Patients have been turned away from public health facilities amid the country's protracted economic crisis, given shortages of staffing, medical equipment and supplies. Senior Hospital Doctors Association has said in a statement that appalling and disgraceful conditions have forced them to openly declare their incapacitation. The Zimbabwe Health Service Board says the government employs roughly 1,500 doctors and specialists in public hospitals serving the country's 14 million people. Doctors have complained that their salaries of less than $200 a month for juniors rarely cover their living expenses. Dr. Paulinos Sikosana, who chairs the Zimbabwe Health Service Board, has urged the senior doctors to keep working for the sake of patients. We'll be right back.
Whether in your house, at your office, on your phone or online, we are there. We have the facts behind the headlines. We cut to the chase with the news you really need. We cover every angle. We are the bigger, better news network. We are African News Network. ANN. Watch ANN News on MITV from a truly African spirit.
The story is different in another southern African country where there is no pitch to get striking teachers back to work, but to dock the salaries of 4,000 striking teachers for not working. The government says it was enforcing its no work, no pay policy. Entry-level gross salaries for teachers are pegged at $500 per month, while senior teachers earn $600 per month. Implementing the no work, no pay policy means some teachers will earn very little after statutory and other deductions. The teachers under the banner of 3 unions, the Lesotho Association of Teachers, Lesotho Teachers Trade Union and the Lesotho School Principals Association, downed tools in mid-August to demand an 8% salary increase, which the government said it could not afford this year. The government has offered to grant the increase next year. That is ANN News Brief. For details on these and other breaking stories, visit our website, nnafrica.news. Conversation continues on our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at ANN Africa TV. I'm Lucy Adem.